Hello everybody, it's Leanne Greff with today's video, a free class I do every Tuesday morning at 11 a.m. Central Time. So let me know you're here. Let me know when you're joining in, and so I can see who's on and welcome you. I appreciate everybody who spends some time with me and hopefully gets inspired to use your product, create new projects, I should say. Okay, I think we're live. I've got my screen up. I'm waiting to see a comment from somebody to let me know I'm in the right place. And there we go. Susan, first one on, first one commenting. Hi, Janet. Good morning. Okay, everybody. It might be afternoon or evening, depending on where you're watching from. I have a lot to share. We're at the end of May, so there will be some June happenings that I want to share with you all. I'm going to be playing with the Beautiful Motifs bundle, and it includes 5 dies and a stamp set. It's part of a suite, and I'll get into that when we get into the project. So, hi everybody. Thank you for popping in. I'm going to start out with the inventory status report. So if you're watching on Facebook, you're with me live, and you may be watching later on my YouTube channel. So don't forget to follow me and like the videos. I really appreciate that support. And if you can, share them when you're on Facebook so you can invite other stampers or crafters to watch my videos. So we have very few things that are out of stock. There's a few re-inkers like StazOn and Black StazOn and Black Memento. I think Versamark might be in there too, but the stamps, the ink pads are available in back. There are a lot of ink pads and some blends that are unavailable, but I don't list all those, but there are multiple punches, and we hope some of these are available. This should be here this week if all goes well, and then some of these next week. So it's all depending on the shipping for these things. Now I do want to highlight, if you are in North Dakota, we are getting ready for our huge annual stamping sale. Now that is June 21st here in Minot, and if you're one of my customers, you get to shop the pre-sale Friday night. You know what? I think that date is wrong. I think it's the 20, well, anyway, either way, excuse me, it is Saturday. So whatever that is, if somebody has a calendar on them, let me know if my date is right or wrong. I thought I wrote the date right, but if you are a crafter, you would not believe the discounts and the prices. Now this is for all paper crafting. It's not just Stampin' Up. It has Creative Memories. It will have things from Hobby Lobby, from Close to My Heart, lots of different crafting companies, but the prices are totally ridiculous. It's really hard for me to see. Some of our Stampin' Up products go for pennies on the dollar, what we paid for them. I mean, embossing folders for a quarter, stamp sets for $2, sometimes $1, sometimes even a quarter. It's just crazy. Stamps and dies bundle for $8 together. Yeah, and everybody prices their own, so it's all over. Thank you, Janet. I appreciate that. Yes, Saturday the 21st is our sale. And Barb too. I appreciate that help, girls. I don't have access to my calendar here. All right, so like I said, if you're in North Dakota and you like stamping products, please don't miss it. It is an incredible sale. People get bags and bags for just, say $25. It's crazy. So anyway, if you're in North Dakota or near, make a road trip. I have one gal who comes from, I think it's Missouri, and she has a friend up here, and she visits specifically on that weekend just so she can come to this sale. It's crazy. Yeah, so anyway, that's my plug, and I will keep sharing this because not everybody watches every video. All right, let's do door prizes. So last week door prize was a set of the gold textured adhesive back dots. They are retiring right now, and that was for somebody who commented on last week's video, and somebody who shared my video was in the drawing for a free project tutorial from my shop. So the tutorials range from $15 to $16, and you get that emailed or messaged to you. So the winners are, and I'm not, oh, Janet I know is on. Janet, you will get a tutorial, so just let me know which one you want when you go to my shop. And Barb will receive the free gems. Barb, I think you're getting a designer paper share and a kit to go. So I'll send that right with that. So the prizes for this video. So congratulations, Barb and Janet. Thank you so much for sharing and for commenting. So the prizes for this week's video, this is for commenting. Simple. 3 fun fold cards using the former butterflies that we had in our online store. So they, I believe, are gone and retired, but this was a part of my kit to go using this paper. Can't remember what it's called, but I know it's still available and it's on discount. I think it's, instead of $12.50, it is $8.75 in our last chance section of the online store. So that's for commenting. You get 3 cards. So just send me a comment telling me what you like, what you don't, where you're from, anything. So I wanted to share I think I shared last week, but I wanted to share again. Not everybody watches my videos every week. So this is the designer paper share that I've got going on right now. And it includes the colors in each paper. But this is all of the papers you get in my product share. I'm sorry, designer paper share. It includes everything new, all the designer papers from the annual catalog plus 2 in the online store. So brand new products. So those are, let's see, I'm gonna get this right. 54 sheets for $17.50, and if you're long distance, it's $6 shipping. So let me know if you want to share. I'm halfway filled with my last share, and then I will not be offering them anymore. So let me know if you want one, and I will send you a PayPal, or you can send me a check, one of those options. All right, so I have to reiterate some of my cards in my free tutorial, free kits to go. So this month I have multiple cards with project sheets for people who place an order from my online store. So that's shopwithleanne.com, and you will get pre-cut cards. Now everything is cut for you or punched for you, except for, I believe, this flower you have to fussy cut out of the designer paper, but it includes multiple die cuts. Now this is how they come. So this is this card right here. You get the project sheet folded in half with the card and everything inside ready for you to put together. Okay, so here's another one, Refresh Beauty. And here are the pieces, the die cut layer and the inside layer with a pre-tied twine bow. So that's how they come to you. So if you place a, let's see, I think it is, where is my list? Oh my goodness. I think it's 4 cards with a $55 order and all 6 with an order over $70. So Barb, you won a door prize. So I will be sending that to you. I think you just got on. Yeah, Barb Vetter. So I'll add that to your kit to go with your designer paper share, Barb. So should be going out this week. I'm working on my kits to go. They should be going out tomorrow for those of you who pre-ordered one. I think I have just 1 left of the textured woven textures and maybe 2 left of the floral impressions. So that's a hint to check out my shop to see what you need on my kits to go, because they're going out, they're ready to go out. All right, so getting back to what we're playing with today, I think, oh, no, I'm not ready yet. Okay, so there is something they announced, a virtual album retreat. It is going to be live on Facebook July 16th through the 18th from 2 to 10:30 p.m. Mountain Time. So I'm not sure how that all plays about. Whether they repeat it every day, I don't know. But those who sign up and purchase the retreat kit to go, will have all the information and access. So this shows all of the layouts. So it's really exciting. It will be 12 layouts, one for each month. Of course, it doesn't include your pictures, obviously, but it includes everything you need with just a little bit of exception on adhesives and paper trimmer and that kind of thing. So those are the layouts. This is what you get in the, oh, I'm upside down, what you get in the kit. So you get these die cuts, the specialty paper, all the kits pre-bagged every month. You do get the page protectors, some flip-flaps, 4 stamp sets, including an alphabet, gems, twine, and I think those are layers for your pictures. So it's a huge amount of product. Now this costs $250. You're like, holy cow, that's a lot. But when you think about it, it's $20 a layout. So not bad for complete beautiful layouts. Plus you get all this product, the reusable product too, like the 4 stamp sets. So it's not bad, $20 a layout plus extra product that you can use elsewhere. So yeah, that is going to be available starting tomorrow. The virtual scrapbook, you can start ordering on the 28th. So that's really exciting. We've never done anything like this before. And I know it sounds like a huge amount, but remember, you're going to get host or Stampin' Rewards on that order as well. So $25 back to place on another order. So it really only costs you $225, and if you want to think about it like that. All right, so that's that. I'll share more. Now it is while supplies last. I don't know how many kits they have, but they did have to make these ahead of time and get them ordered so they'd be ready. So they will be sent to you just like an order would be, so you're ready for the July event. Now that event is pre-recorded. So you will not, even if you can't make it on July 16th or 18th, your purchase includes access to the recorded event. All right? Okay, so I do want to talk again about the starter kit special. It might be an overkill for some of you, but if you are not a demonstrator and you want to be, or you want the discount, think about it. You will get 20% off all future orders plus 10% back on Stampin' Rewards. So it's a great deal. It's $99. You get free shipping, free paper pumpkin kit, and you get $165 in product of your choice. Getting new product from this catalog or the new online inclusives for $99 up to $165 of your choice is super exciting. So I hope you'll consider that. I've already added, let's see, we have Barb, we have Jeanette, and we have Gwen who have joined my team. They get all of my tutorials free. Every month I send them 3 to 4, including my paper pumpkin bonus projects. So they get a lot of ideas in my newsletter each month. You have access to our Facebook group. You have access to the demonstrator Facebook planning place. Lots of benefits. So remember, consider that. If you're placing an order over $99 or close to, please consider the starter kit. You do not have to continue ordering. And if you do want to, you will have access to pre-ordering in August from the holiday catalog. And in September, if you haven't met your $300 in quarterly minimum, you are just dropped. It's that easy. You just don't have access to ordering any longer. So it's really simple. Nobody bugs you. You just enjoy the discount while you can, or just enjoy the starter kit special. So the link will be on the details in the video at the top of this video. So you'll have a link access. All right, this is just announced today. So this is a June special. 3rd through the 30th, starts next Tuesday, I believe. So it's a sweet special. So any sweet or sweet products are buy one, get one 50% off. So the sweets start on page 40 of our annual catalog and include all of this. Now remember, if you buy any of these products, you get the second thing half off. So I do not know if that includes multiple. I believe it does. So if you buy 2, you get 2 at half off. Now the lesser item will be half off. So if you have been eyeing some of these products, I'm using this one today, the Beautiful Motifs. This is this whole beautiful gallery suite, which includes the pretty designer paper. And this bundle, I'll show this one today, the Damask Designs. I'm not using the, let's see, what are those called? Should be right in here. Pressed Flower Motifs. So that is this bundle, and it also includes the Contusi bundle and the Boho Vibes bundle. So lots of products that you can get, buy one, get one half off in June. So that's really exciting. If you haven't ordered them anymore, any of them yet, I should say. So yeah. All right, now some of these items may be unavailable if they are out of stock. So it is depending on what is available. All right, I think that is it for what's happening right now in May and what's coming up that I know of in June. All right, let's get to our projects. So thank you for your patience while I give you the what's going on spiel. All right, we're playing with the Beautiful Motifs. Now these dies, these 2 completely cut out. Now this is a swap that I received from Natalie Travis, and that shows this die right here. I'm not using this one. I'm going to use these 3 today. So yeah, that is the Beautiful Motifs. Great greetings, a few little extras for backgrounds, and let's get started. All right, we're gonna start with this card right here. So here's that Damask Designs embossing folder. It was out of stock, and it is back now. So you can see this die right here cut out that, and that is where it only cuts out partially. So I'm gonna scoot this over and get out my my pieces. Now this I cut off 1 1/4 inches, and I believe this is 1 inch by 5 1/4. But all the measurements will be in the free project sheets that I will post at the end of the week. I'm sorry, that I will post next Monday and Tuesday. Okay, so let's get started. I'm gonna do something different with this one. I really want to show off the design, so I pulled out my white ink pad. I'm gonna get a piece of paper here so I don't make a sticky mess on my grid paper, and just brush that lightly. Now my ink pad, I purposely keep it not very well inked. I do not want it well inked because this is what I tend to do with it a lot, is to use it as a, I don't know, either sponge or wipe it across things to show texture. So we'll just set that aside, let that dry a little bit, and we'll work on this. So this is that die that I pointed out right here. Okay, let's just move my pieces over here. So this is the white die cut, just basic white. What I like to do is give these a little bit, and I work from the front, but have the back facing me so I can use my bone folder to simply give those a little bit of life and kind of bend them. Now if you can notice that, I'm holding on to the base because these are just held on by a little tiny area. So I always hold on to them and pinch a little bit when I'm doing this bone folding. You can use your fingers. I find it easy. It's almost like peeling potatoes. You can also go from the front and just lift up some of these teeny ones. Some of these won't show because my greeting will be in the way. So just kind of give them a little lift, those that you can. And on the next card, I'm going to show you how we sponge this. So you'll see that. Now, here we can add this layer to there. So when you're adding adhesive, I encourage you to, let me get my color off to, of course, do the edges. Oh, go away, catching that. But also do the base of these, especially the large leaves, and I go up the center, because that will help keep them on the card base and not be lifted if they get caught on anything. All right, so you can see how pretty, and you can see behind it, it's just a gorgeous, gorgeous die. I'm so in love with it. So this is another one that cuts out totally. So these two cut out fully, and these three do not. They cut out only partially, and this is the inside of the card. And I kind of lifted these as well, just a little pinch with my finger, so it reveals the cardstock underneath. I'm going to stamp on that before I add it to the inside. All right, let's finish the front. So a little bit of adhesive I tend to use. Now you can use our adhesive sheets. If you do not like using liquid glue, I'm pretty good at it because I do it all the time. So I'm spreading it out with the tip, just adding little bits here and there. Okay, that should be good. And then try not to get glue all over your fingers. I know that's what a lot of people complain about. Okay, let's see. We go here. I'm trying to kind of match up the stems, but go on a different. And this leaf, some of these leaves are going to be adhered down because of this flower, but we still have a lot that are lifted up, so that doesn't bother me much. All right. So the ends. Well, let's finish stamping. All right. So I'm going to use the thank you. Now, I have a caveat here. This is the Cloud Cover full-size ink pad. Only demonstrators can order these. We are taking our chances by ordering these because they are supposedly, some of them are a bad batch. So they could not put them out for the average, for customers. They only are offering these to demonstrators, and we are taking our chance on getting a bad batch or not. I believe so far I have a good one, but they're testing. When they tested this, they tested it and they were all good, but they changed. So what happened was the Cloud Cover ink refill liquid reacted with the sponge in our large pads and made them uneven inked, uneven in surface. Now I think mine is okay. We'll see how long this lasts. That is the kicker in this. So I'm going to add in the inside of this, because this is a thank you card. I'm going to show you, because this greeting right here is from the Beautiful Motifs, but this You're So Kind is not. It is from, just clean that. It is from one of my favorite greeting sets, and that's called The Right Words. I'll be using this on the next card as well. Absolutely love it because they have outside and inside greetings for everything. So they have sympathy and birthday and thank you and just a lot of different things. Thinking of you a lot. Love that. So it is a red rubber set. So yeah, it's an front and inside greeting set that you're going to love. Okay, so now on the inside of this one, you can see they're different, right? For the inside, this one I stamped this image 3 times just to give a little something to the bottom, and I did ink off. Now, if you are not a demonstrator and cannot get this, you can. So I apologize for that. I'm kind of teasing you a little bit. But I'm very happy so far that I can get that. Now, if you are signing up as a demonstrator, I believe you can add that to your starter kit. So a little tease for you on that. Let's see, there's a little something there. Okay, I'm going to add my adhesive and make sure I feel like there's an up and a down on this. Maybe there isn't. So this is the Damask Designs that I rubbed with my white ink pad. I just brings it out a little bit more. I didn't do it much because I didn't want to hit the low spots, but it does accent it a little bit more. Now I could sponge this with a little bit of ink. And when you do that, I'll show you the technique on the next card because we're going to be doing that. But I'm going to leave it as is and just put adhesive on it. And a little bit in the middle, maybe a tad on the edge, just so we get some of those pieces. And I'm scooting over a little bit to the left toward the fold because you'll see when this folds, it barely covers. This could have been wider, but I actually had some pieces ready to go that fit. And so I said, I'm gonna call it good. All right, so now we will add some dimensionals to this and add it right over, and it still leaves a little bit of those leaves popped up here, just adding that in the middle. Now on this card, I used the, let's see, Pretty in Pink and Strawberry Slush, Strawberry Slush, I sound like I'm sloshed, stone gems, but this time I got out, I haven't used these yet, oh gosh, these are, I know what I need to do, I need to bone fold this more so it doesn't pop up, right? Make it mind, there we go, a little better. So these are the 2024-26 in color flat pearls, and I have not used them yet, and this is Pretty in Pink. So I'm going to take my pick tool out and add some gems, and they actually seem to match a little bit better, although I did use the darker pink on there. So that is the card. These are gorgeous and they're fairly flat, so I think you'll like them. We have them in both in color options. Okay, all right, so there is the first card with the Beautiful Motifs, different insides. Gave you a little bit of a hint on how this die cut works. I love that in the corner, especially in the inside. So first card done. Okay, let's move on to the next one. Now the next one, this is the card we made at my card clubs in May. I absolutely love it. So here it is. Now I'm going to explain why that sticks in just a minute, but it is a fun kind of a window fold. So this is a special fancy fold. Now this is, the other one was cloud cover with Pretty in Pink. This is cloud cover with Secret Sea. Okay, and you can see the difference when you sponge those leaves. Aren't they beautiful? Absolutely love, love, love it. So I'm going to show you how to do that without making a mess everywhere else. Okay, all right, so when I was creating this card for my card club, I started off with basic white. I am one of those people who likes basic white as a card base. I know many people do not. They say it's too thin, but when you have a lot of layers, I really don't like the thickness of the thick basic white. However, this piece kept getting caught and not wanting to open and mind, and it got a little crease in here, so I realized I have to use thick basic white. Now this is the thick basic white. It performs so much better in this fun fold design. Okay, so the card I'm making today is a thick basic white. Now these right here, ooh, I should have known what the die cut is for that. I should know that, but I forgot to get out my free project sheet. So it is from the die and stamp bundle in it from an online exclusive. I think it's Floral Impressions. So that's where the little tiny flowers are from. Okay, remember the free project sheet will be on the video, I'm sorry, they will be on my blog, flowerbug.net, next week. So that's when you can have access to the printed or downloadable project sheet. So there's our front. Of course, those will go on there. And this is the inside. I believe it's 8 inches and 5 1/4. And you score, gosh, I think every 2. So we discovered the easiest way to fold this, if you haven't ever made one of these before, is to fold it in half and then in half again. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to open this up and fold it again. So this is the basic fold. Okay, a little bit odd, but that is the inside of this card right here. All right, hopefully that makes sense. We'll get to it in a minute. Now we are going to stamp using some of the images. Where did, oh, from, gosh, now it's in my basket and I can't get it out. From this and, oh, I didn't bring that over, the Curvy Word Set. I can't remember the name of that either. Yay, so forgetful. All right, where is my little strip? All right, here we go. We're gonna start stamping the inside and the outside. Okay, we're going to do Just Because. Very light hand. When you have something this skinny, I basically say touch, touch, touch. Do not press hard. You just want to touch. Okay, there's that. The inside, let's see. This one is a birthday card. That is from those greetings right there. They just fit on my little thing right there. And then this one, I'm going to add a stamp from another stamp set. Do you think I remember what that is? No, I do not. So it'll be in the free project sheet though. You are remarkable in every way. Okay, that is in Secret C. I'm gonna move that aside and reopen my cloud cover and do a few flowers. This is also, these flowers are also from the bundle, Floral Impressions, something like that. Okay, just a few little flowers. And now we are done stamping. Now we will start assembly. All right, so how you assemble this card, you want to adhere this part so you have that 1/8 of an inch border on the edges. Now white on white is very hard to see where your border is, but I'll do my best and hopefully you can kind of tell how that is. And I use liquid glue because it is slidable. All right, so there is our card. You kind of see where we're going with that? Okay, so now we will fold that back open and add adhesive to the inside, okay? So see that, how it is folded? Now this is folded flat. I'm going to add adhesive to 2 short sides and then the long side to catch here, here, and here. Hopefully that makes sense to you. And we will fold. Okay, now this, oh, there's my piece. This arch will go right in the window. This is the arches dies that are unavailable right now, but they'll be back. So I'm just putting adhesive on the right side of that fold, okay? So insert that right in the arch window and press. Okay, and now we have our fold. It's quite easy. There's just a little bit of die cutting and a little simple scoring. So you can use this with any die you want to. All right, so let's get to this sponging. It's one of the last things we have to do. So I have a Post-it note here, and we're actually going to use Secret C. Okay, so put that Post-it note in there. And I don't like a lot, and I want to just get on the edges. Now that can be a little problematic when you get close to this, so I don't get way in the inside, but it's it's actually quite easy to do. And some people, I had one gal who thinks this is beyond her fuss factor. She just dabbed on top of everything. And I'm not sure she was totally happy, right, Karen, with her results, but that's what she did because she didn't want to fuss with this. I find it, and you don't want a lot of ink, just get the edges. You can even just do the tips if you want. It is not a big deal. Do whatever makes you happy. You can see that. The little ones, you end up mostly just getting the tips. Okay, especially, and I even try and do these little ones. I'm kind of crazy. But I don't mind this little bit of fussiness because the results are so pretty. So I'm going to just do one leaf at a time. Just trying to get it in as deep as I can on the die cut. And it just does not have to be, I'm running out of ink here. Does not have to be an exact thing. You're just adding a little bit of color. And I usually wipe off a little bit of my sponge so I don't have a, ooh, that's really dark moment. The large ones are the easiest. Okay, now you could easily use Lost Lagoon, Smoky Slate ink. If you don't want to go this dark, you could, if you have it, you could use the Cloud Cover. You might have to do a little more inking to make a difference. I'm not sure. I have not tried it. But just a little color on whatever color of cardstock you use will make a big difference. Okay, I'm going to call that good. Isn't that gorgeous? Now we will get out the bone folder and start. I'm going to close this. Dark ink and light cardstock is always a little bit dangerous. Okay, we're going to start by curling. Okay, you can curl as many as you want. You can use your fingers, you can use a bone folder. It all works. Even some of the little ones can get popped up just a little. It's kind of going, sorry, I should be in screen a little bit better. Okay, there we go. All right, same as the last time, we are going to add ink to the edges and then down the center and then on the large leaves so they stay and are not pulled off. Okay, then we will add to our frame. I am so loving these Arches dies. I hope you get them when they come back in stock, but look at how beautiful that is. Absolutely love it. Okay, so here I'm going to do the same thing. I just think this is such an easy way to add a little interest to your greeting, is just keep it simple and snip off the end. This is the only thing I'm popping up on the card. Now, one thing to be aware of, you do not want this, oh, I forgot to add this bow to the last card. You don't want to add the end to past this opening. So that's something to keep in mind. I could always trim it more. I'm going to go right in here. Okay, now these little flowers, like I said, these are from the, I think it's Floral Impressions bundle. I just want about 5 of them. So I'm going to show you a little tip. And this is a foam pad. I'll do it on the edge here. You can do it in your hand too, but if you have something that's kind of pointy, this is not the best example. Let me find our old paper piercing tool, something that's round, the end of a pen, but that will give your flowers a little curl to them. These little tiny flowers just poke. Now this is a foam, what do you call these? Fun foam. But you can use that on your fun foam as well if you don't want to use your hand. Okay, so now we will simply add some flower, some dots of glue where we want our flowers. And I'm going to kind of look at my other card to, let's see, I'll go right there. And I'm going to add a few more down here to fill in since I moved that up just a little bit. And that just adds the finishing touch. And I didn't even add gems. Honestly, we don't have tiny enough gems right now for me to add them here on these flowers. So I left it pretty, pretty simple. But there's the card. And you can use this as your grabbing point. Isn't that beautiful? What do you think? Yeah, that little bit of color just really adds that. You're right, Joan. It's gorgeous. So love this card and this bundle. So if you haven't gotten the bundle yet, you can wait until June and get it another item half off. So you can get this bundle. Second item would be half off. So yeah, that is the cards. Let me show you the other one. There's that one. Here's this one. So you can see the bow is on this one. It's not on this one. I might leave it. It's not that noticeable. So those are our cards today with the Beautiful Motifs bundle. I hope you enjoyed them. Hope you're inspired to either use yours or to purchase it. If you do, use my stampwithleanne.com, or I'm sorry, shopwithleanne.com link to order, and you'll get some free card kits if your order is over $55. So, all right, that's all I have today. So I'll see you in a week on June 2nd, I believe, and enjoy the week. I hope you had a wonderful Memorial weekend. We had family here, so it was busy. I didn't get any stamping work done, but I sure enjoyed my daughter, husband, and my granddaughter. We do a lot of games. We do puzzles. We had picnics. Anyway, we had a great time. All right, thanks, everybody. I hope to see you next week, and have a great week. Okay, thanks. Bye-bye.